Okay, good day, my dear students. Check. So this is a test broadcast, and for today and for this week, we will be discussing about quadratic equation. During this week or in this module, you are expected to learn the concept of a quadratic equation. It is here to help you master the transformation into standard form of a quadratic equation. The lesson is arranged to follow the flow in the modified learning competency. After going through to this module, you are expected to first illustrate the quadratic equation, second, define the quadratic equation, third, write the quadratic equation in standard form, and last, relate the quadratic equation in real-life situation. Okay, so class, before you proceed, so make it sure na nabasa na ninyo ang module, especially yung mga pre-test, yung mga review test. Okay? So, answerisan ninyo before you proceed with this video. But if you're done with it, na-answeran na ninyo, okay? You can continue watching. Okay? So, let's proceed. First, let's define what is a quadratic equation. A quadratic equation in one variable is a mathematical sentence of degree 2 that can be written in a standard form as ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So, please students, no, from the very beginning, you must familiarize and memorize this equation. No? Kasi ani ang naong sa mga equation na atong maagyan. No? As we go further with this discussion. Okay, again, you have ax squared plus bx plus c plus c is equal to 0. And let's take a look unsa ang mga factors or elements or characteristics na maingon nato unsa ang naa sa isa ka quadratic equation. Una, says here, A and B and C are real numbers. Okay, we see real numbers or any number. It could be positive, negative. Okay, so mao nang mga real numbers ang imong A, B, and C. So always remember, take note lang para mas dali natin mainumduman na kani si A, B, C murag ikaw ni og imong mga barkada. Okay, wherein si A, okay, is ang imong friend nga naay duha ka uyab. Tanawa sa ang tapad niya x squared. So mura siya duha ka uyab, no? Mo to imong friend na adarit. Okay? And also you have a friend, si friend B nimo, which is naa siya tapad na x. No, isa lang yung tapad, no, si B. Tapad niya si x. And syempre, magpabitin ba na yung si C? This C, correct. This is you, C. Ikaw, kung ikaw na walay tapad, ikaw na walay uyab. So, dawat-dawat na lang. Okay? And please take note, class, that A must not be equal to 0. No? So, si A ni mo ganina, katong A na tapad na x squared, dili na siya dapat. Correct, dili na dapat siya 0. Okay? Kasi pag mag-0 na siya, then your equation will not be longer called a quadratic equation or cannot be considered na as quadratic equation. Kundi may mo na siyang linear equation. Okay? Then, unsa pa man ang naa sa quadratic equation? Okay, naa kay ax squared, which is your friend nga duha uyab, ang tawagan na siya naa kay quadratic term. So sa quadratic equation ay quadratic term, which is si ax squared. You also have a linear term, katong friend nimo na isa ka uyab, si bx. Okay, so linear term ang tawagan na siya. And also, si ikaw, C, constant. Okay, when I say constant, wala siya fix, no? No, constant na yun siya, na ikaw, constant kang uyab. Okay, dawat-dawat na lang. Okay, so, mo na itong i-remember. Again, na ay quadratic term, na ay linear term, and na ay constant na term. Okay? Nakuha. Let's have an example. Okay. In identifying a quadratic equation class, always focus ka sa equation. Okay, tanaw ni mga equation kung sa itong mga element nga na dapat sa quadratic equation. Okay, katong mga linear term, quadratic term, so A, B, C, so mao na itong tanawon. But in identifying quadratic equation, na ay mga importante nga detalye na dapat ninyo i-familiarize. Okay, so let me ask you first, do you think 4x squared plus 8x minus 3 is a quadratic, or minus 3 equal to 0, a quadratic equation? What do you think? If your answer is yes, then you are correct. Okay? So 4x squared plus 8x minus 3 equal to 0 is a quadratic equation. Nga naman. So tanaw na itong definition. Kay may tag quadratic equation, first thing is dapat kana nga equation naa siya'y quadratic term, no? Pag ang equation ay quadratic term, okay, then ang pinakadako nga exponent lang sa imong equation is x squared lang, then that is a quadratic equation. Okay, sir, what if nanay x cubed? And that is no longer a quadratic equation. So dapat x squared lang yun. Okay, so what's the quadratic term? Very good. So 4x squared. How about the value of your a? And take note, your a must not equal to 0. So let's identify what's the value of your a. Correct. A is equal to 4. So, na kay quadratic term. So, by that, makaingon na ta, okay, this equation is a quadratic equation. Okay? So, let's identify the other terms na nasa imong quadratic. Okay, the linear term. Ang sa nga itong linear term sa equation? Katong friend ni mo na isalay uyab. Correct. (8x). Okay, so mao na ang imong linear term. And what's the value of your b? Very good. So b is equal to 8. The last one is the very good, the constant term. Okay, so what's the constant term? -3. Okay? So take note, dapat kung negative ang imong term, dapat negative po siya, no? So dili kay -3 man na, ibutang nimo sa constant is 3, no? That is -3. Okay? So nakuha na. Let's have another example. X parenthesis, okay, close and open parenthesis, x minus 2 is equal to 5. The question is this a quadratic equation? I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay? If your answer is no, then you are wrong. Okay? So you are wrong, class, because that equation is a quadratic equation. Okay? Kaso lang, that kind of equation is not written in its standard form na ax plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Maybe mangutana mo, sir, nga na quadratic man siya, giyon sa niyong pagkabalo na ingon ka, mangitla tag, unsa kay itong unang pangitaon nato? The quadratic term. Sir, wala may quadratic term. Wala. Sa karon dili na to makita ang iyang quadratic term. Okay? So, Class, pag mag-identify ta quadratic equation, porket dili nato makita ang x squared, dili dayon ta mo decide nga dili na siya quadratic equation kay walay x squared or walay quadratic term. Now, first thing, if makita nimo nga walay quadratic term, you re-evaluate. Okay? Tan-aw nimo ang equation. Tanawa, compared katong example nato, di ba na siya 4x squared plus 8x minus 3. So walay quadratic term. So unsay buhaton nato sunod? Tanawa ninyo class. Naa siya ay murag operation na multiplication. Dili siya pareha sa imong example nato last time na dili na siya ma-simplify. Tanawa, ang 4x squared plus 8x minus 3, ma-add pa ba na nimo? Ma-multiply pa ba na nimo? Dili na. Compared kaning x parenthesis close and open parenthesis x minus 2 is equal to 5, pwede pa ma-simplify or ma-expound or ma-expand. So the next thing na imong buhaton pag wala kay makita na quadratic term, you have to evaluate and simplify. Okay? So evaluate sa nimo kung ma-simplify pa ba or ma-expound pa ba or ma-expand pa ba. Okay? Tanaw nimo if wala na ba siya fraction. If wala na fraction or wala na mga parenthesis. Okay? In this case, wala siya fraction pero na siya naka-parenthesis. So meaning, simplify sa nato siya. Before, we will decide if that is a quadratic equation or not. Okay? Okay, let's proceed. Okay, so expound na nato again. Una niyong timanan, find for a quadratic term. Pag dili nato makita, evaluate and simplify, find fraction or find parenthesis if present or wala. And also, ayaw mo kalimot sa mga properties sa algebra or properties of numbers. Okay, katong mga cumulative property, associative property, identity property, distributive property, all those properties na na-learn ninyo previously, kailangan natin siya in expounding or expanding or evaluating and simplifying equations. Okay? First thing is, since multiplication man siya, gamito nato siya distributive property. Okay, let's go. In distributive property, unsa atong buhaton una, multiply nato si x times x. Okay, so what is x times x? Correct. X squared. How about what's next? Si x og negative 2. So x times negative 2. What's the answer? Very good. Negative 2x. So after that one, copy lang nimo ang nabilin. So that is equal to 5. Sa karon, makaingon ba ta? Is this a quadratic equation? Yes, no? Samo makaingon ta, this is a quadratic equation. Ano man, naman tayo makita na x squared. Kaso lang again, sama singon ako makita ng quadratic term. So, makaingon ta, this is a quadratic equation. O, tanawa na ng quadratic term. And wala na siya ay fractions and wala na siya ay mga parentheses. But take note class, tanawa, is your equation written in a standard form? O, i-compare ninyo. Always remember that a quadratic equation in its standard form must always be equal to 0. Pero ang atong equation is equal to 5. So wala pa siya nakasulat into its standard form. So the next thing you have to do is you do additive inverse or subtraction property of equality, or you can use transposition. Okay? By this, sa kanya akong video, I will use transposition in simplifying or in writing quadratic equation sa standard form. So, unsaon pag transpose? You transpose 5 to the other side of your equation. So, always, ang right side nimo sa imong equation dapat equal to 0. So, pag mag-transpose ta, 5 from positive, dapat pag tabok na sa equal sign, ma-change ang iyang sign. So may mo na siyang negative. Okay? So ma-negative na siya. Okay? So kung negative siya sa pikas, pag transpose sana sa pikas, may mo na siyang positive. This time, may mo siyang negative 5. So your equation now, class, is x squared minus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. Let's compare. Pareha na ba? Okay, so this time, your equation now, class, is in its standard form. Okay, nanakay, quadratic term, na linear term, then ng constant term. Okay? Then the value of your A is 1, B is negative 2, C is negative 5. So, class, base malibog, sir, wala may tapad si x squared. No? Pag wala ganita tapad, class, automatic 1 yun na siya, no? Dili 0. So, kita niyo mo x squared lang siya, wala siya itapad nga number or real number or coefficient. Automatic 1 na siya. Okay? Very good. Tanawan niya, wala. Okay? So, let's proceed to another example. Example number 3. So, close and open parenthesis, s plus 3 squared plus 4 is equal to 4s plus 3. Okay? Let's evaluate. Nabay quadratic term, present. Nabay mga parenthesis or fraction present. Okay? Maunang una. So, quadratic. Wala pa tayo quadratic na makita, no? Then, naay parenthesis gyapon, no? Ang s plus 3, naka-squared. And again, the properties in algebra. Okay, let's do this. So, first thing na imong buhaton is i-simplify sa nimo ang naka-parenthesis para mas sayon. Okay? So, separate sa nato ang naka-parenthesis. So, s plus 3 is parenthesis, close and open parenthesis squared. Okay? So, that means you multiply s plus 3 by itself. Or that is equal to okay, so s plus 3 squared is simply equal to s plus 3 times s plus 3. Okay, so remember that one, no? Properties of exponents. Okay, next, let's have the distributive property. Okay, so distribute na nato unsa atong we will use. Oh, I know we're very familiar with this, the FOIL method. Okay, so itong F stands for first. Next na multiply is O, outer. Then inner, then L last. Okay, let's perform the FOIL. Okay, so first is S times S, that is equal to S squared. S times 3, so that is your outer. S times 3, that is equal to, syempre S plus 3, so positive 3S. Next, okay, you have 3S, 3 times S, what's the sign? Positive S or positive 3, so the sign is also positive. The result is 3S. And last, we have 3 times 3. So positive 3 times positive 3 is positive 9. So mo na ang expansion or pag-expound sa imong S plus 3 close and open parenthesis squared. So after that one, okay, simplify, combine like terms. So unsang like terms diri? Very good. So si 3S and 3S are like terms, so i-add nato sila. That becomes S squared plus 6S plus 9. Next. Okay, katong remaining sa taas, isumpay lang nato siya. Kaya gisimplify naman nato ang s plus 3 squared. So isumpay lang nato siya. So this will be now your equation. So evaluate nato usab. So we'll use transposition para again ang equation nato ma-equal to 0. Mo ba yung pinaka-goal nato? Equal to 0. So si 4s o si 3 transpose nato sa pikas. 4s is positive plus 3 is positive. Sumaya mo siyang negative pag abot sa pikas. Tanawang sign, you look at the sign, no? Observe the sign. Okay? So dapat equal to 0 siya. Ang atong equation, which is wala pa siya nahitabo for now. Tanawang sign. Si 4s na nahimo ng negative 4s and si 3 nahimo ng negative 3 and equal to 0. So after that one, dol-dol na ta, you combine like terms again. You simplify combine like terms. So tanaw na itong mga like terms. Okay, these are the like terms. So 6s minus 4s, pila? 2s. 9 plus 4 minus 3. Correct, that is 10. So your equation now is s squared plus 2s plus 10 is equal to 0. Let's compare now this equation sa atong standard form. Tanawa. Parehan sila naong. So this is now a quadratic equation. So in this, therefore, we can say that s squared plus 2s plus 10 is equal to 0. We can conclude that this is a quadratic equation. Okay, so after identifying na quadratic ni, let's have the elements or mga terms na nasa iya. We have the quadratic term, the linear term, and the constant term. The value of your A is equal to 1. Again, pag walay tapad, 1 na siya. Then B is equal to 2, C is equal to 10. Okay? Next. Okay, in example 4 and 5 sa inyong module class, I want you to answer it sa imong kaugalingon nyo. Subayan ninyo itong module and you follow unsang gibuhat nato sa video, okay? If you will come up with the same answer sa module, okay? So again, pag mag-answer ka, yung quadratic term, evaluation, and simplify, then yung mga properties of algebra, okay? So you answer ning a plus 1 times a plus 2 is equal to 3 in this, the example number 5 also. Okay? Kaya na. So you answer that one. After yung answer, then you continue with the video. Pwede rin nyo i-pause for a moment, then you continue. Okay? So, let's have yung worded problem. In example number 3, worded problem siya class. Okay? So, when solving a worded problem, kailangan basahon yun natong tarong ang problem, identify unsa ang gipangita, identify unsa ang mga given. Okay? And pag mag-solve tag worded problem, as much as possible, i-imagine nato unsa ang naa sa problem. After nato ma-imagine, hawod man mo mag-imagine, di ba? I-imagine gani mo nga kamo, bisag walay kamo. Di ba? So, this time, we can use our imagination, no? Yung mga fantasy. Okay? So, imagine na ito unsa ang nahitabo sa problem, then atong i-drawing. No, mas nindot i-drawing na ito para makita. Okay? So, let's read. The length and its width of the rectangular garden measures 7 meters and 4 meters, respectively. If its length is increased by a number in meters and width is increased by thrice of the same number, the problem is we have to represent the equation if the new area is 90 square meters. So imagine nato unsay naa sa problem. Ingon niya naa kay rectangular garden. So you draw a rectangle. Okay? Then sa imong rectangle, ingon siya, ang length daw niyang katas o ni 7 meters. So ibutang nimo dayon ng 7 meters. Okay? Then the other one is, okay, ang width niya is 4 meters. Okay, so naa lang imong rectangle. Then kani imong 7 by 4 na rectangle, naa siya giingon. If the length is increased by a number, meaning gi-increase daw ang imong length by a number, which is wala ta kabalo unsa na nga number. Wala ta kabalo pila ang iyang gi-increase. So, i-increase nato ang atong rectangle. Okay, na-increase na. Pila gi-increase? We do not know. Diba? Kaya by a number. So let's say ni-increase siya by x. Okay? So wala man takabalo. So let x be the increase of the length of the rectangle. Then ingon siya, and the width is increased by thrice. So ni-increase daw ang width katulo thrice of the same number. Meaning, kung unsa tong gi-increase sa imong length, katuluhon ato ni-increase ang imong width. So meaning, ni-increase ang imong width three times sa imong gi-increase sa imong length. Nakuha? So this is now the new rectangular garden, which is, ingon siya, syempre, ni-increase imong length, ni-increase ang width, ni-increase po ang area, which is, the new area is 90 square meters. So, isulat na lang nato ang atong bagong length, ang atong bagong width. So, nakay length na 7 og x, so, i-plus ni mo na, nakay length na 3x og 4, i-plus ni mo na, will be your new length. So, nakay x plus 7 o 3x plus 4. Okay? So, after mag-drawing, you solve na. Kaya naa naman tayo na figure na garden. Pag yun lang natong garden gamay, no? Para maano natong solution. So, after that, you write all the given nga naa sa problem. You have the length, which is now, the new length is x plus 7. We have also the new width, which is 3x plus 4. And the new area of the rectangle is 90 square meters. And we have to find the equation of a rectangular garden, okay, using the new area, which is the area of a rectangle is length times width. So, mao ni ang atong tanahon. Okay, area of a rectangle, length times width. So, substitute the given. Okay, the new area, which is 90, is equal to the new length, which is x plus 7, the new width, which is 3x plus 4. So, by this, makita na ninyo kung giunsa nato ni siya pag-solve katong previous na mga example. So, unsa ang kanin siya? Correct. Foil method. So, ang i-foil nato kaning nasa right side of the equation. So, you copy 90. Just copy 90 and yung equal. Then use foil method. First is you multiply first. So, x times 3x, that is 3x squared. Outer, x times 4, that is positive 4x. 7 times 3x, that is positive 2x. And last, the last is 7 times 4, that is positive 28. Then, add, combine like terms, and use transposition to simplify the problem. Transpose na to si 90 para again ma-equal to 0. Then add or combine terms, like terms man si 4x plus 21x. So pila man na siya pag i-add? So that makes tanawa si 90 na transpose sa pikas may mo ng negative 90. So we will have 3x squared plus 25x plus 28 minus 90. So napatay simplify. So 28 minus 90, that is negative 62. So basi ma-confuse mo, sir, nganong si 0 naa naman sa left? Diba ang standard equation sa ano is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Anong si 0 na naman sa left? So dili na siya magproblema, class, no? Dili siya magmatter, wala, okay ra na siya. Pwede ra po nimo ibalhin, no? I-rearrange ra na nimo. Ibot lang nimo si 0 sa pikas, so wala problema na siya. Properties gyapon na siya sa math. Okay? So your equation now, class, is 3x squared plus 25x minus 62 is equal to 0. So na-represent na nato ang atong area sa atong rectangle. Okay? So therefore, the equation of the new area is 3x squared plus 25x minus 62 is equal to 0. Okay? So, if you have mga question lang, medyo nalibugan, you can, class, watch you replay this video until such na makuha ninyo. And if di ba ninyo makuha, again, call a friend na mo, no? You can ask your teacher, no? Advisor, anyone na pwedeng mag-assist sa inyo. I hope this video, class, no, naka-help sa inyo sa inyong module, no, as you go through studying sa content sa inyong module, no. I hope this could supplement, no, somehow, no, para mas madali niyo masabtan ang quadratic equation. Okay? So, thank you so much. This is El Maestro. Okay? Again, please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay? Just hit the notification bell button, no, para padayon gyapon ta magbuhat ani atong mga video. Okay? So you can share it with your friends, classmates, no? Tanang mga grade 9 na kailan ninyo. Though basig lahi lang module, but somehow ang process is the same. Dili lang pareho si example, no? Pero the same lang sila. Okay? This is El Maestro signing off.